All right, hello third graders, and welcome to this week's word study video for Yellow Sort 26, in which we're going to continue to talk about the letter R and the R influence spelling patterns. I want to apologize again for the last video. I know I was kind of all over the place. Hopefully this video will be much better on my part. So, we are going to be talking about when there's an E close by the R. Last week it was the A. Now we're going to be talking about the E next to the R. This week we have 5 categories. We have the ER, which says We have 2 categories that say ear, E-A-R, kind of the long E, and E-E-R. But then we also have the EAR, so notice these are spelled the same, but this EAR says And then we do have the oddball words. There are 2. Those oddball words have or ear, but they are not spelled with these spelling patterns. So go ahead and cut apart your word cards and try to get these into the 5 different categories. Be especially careful with these 2 categories. They both have the EAR. Some of them say ear, some say So make sure you separate those into different categories. Go ahead and pause the video to complete the sort. Now that you've completed the sort, go ahead and open up your word study notebook to the next clean page and put today's date in the top right-hand corner. And go ahead and pause the video again so that you can correctly write the title and the 5 categories. Ear, and the oddball. All right, now that your notebook is set up correctly, we're going to begin with the ER that says There are 7 words with the ER that says We have her, perch, heard, I spelled it wrong, H-E-R-D. The other herd is going to go over here. This herd is the group of animals. We have fern, the plant, germ, careful, the J here is spelled with a G, clerk, and term. All right, now let's move on to the long E sound, the EAR, ear. There are 7 of these words as well. Let's begin with our dark, bold anchor word, ear, hear. This is the hear that we do with our ear to listen. We also have fear, spear, clear, near, dear. This dear means kind, or what you'd put in a letter, kind of dear. And year. All right, now the other category also says ear, but these words end with or have the EER, and there's only 4. So I would study those 4 and remember those are the ear sounds, or the EE, oh my goodness. Those are the EER words. Then you know if you hear ear and it's not one of these 4, it's going to go in the EAR category. They are, let's start with our anchor word, deer. This is the animal, the forest animal. We also have steer, cheer, and peer. Now your peer is someone who is your age. So the other kids in your classroom are your peers. All right, now we have other EAR words, but instead of ear, they say like the ER words, because English is crazy. Let's start with our bold anchor word. We have the other kind of herd that I started spelling over here, EARD. This is the past tense of to hear something. I heard you call my name. We have earth and learn. All right, and that does leave us with two oddball words. We have there. You see the ER and you want to say there, but this is the sight word there. And here, we hear the ear sound, but this here means the place, and it's going to be ERE. So this one's a little tricky. We've got two spelling patterns that sound the same, ear, and we have two spelling patterns that are spelled the same but sound different. We have ear and we have What I would do is I would focus on remembering these. I would remember that deer, steer, cheer, and peer are the EERs. And if you hear ear again, you know it's going to be an EAR. Same thing with the Heard, earth, and learn are the EAR-ers. EAR words that say So if you hear another it's going to be just ER. So it's going to be tricky. Make sure you're practicing your sorts with this one. That'll be the most helpful. Also make sure you have this written correctly so that you are ready for your test on Friday.